clear skies, but pretty chilly. That's the situation in Green Bay, Coach. Actually had a dusting of an autumn snow last night, but that's gone, and we are set for football at Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
For first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. Okuegbunam. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Down at the 31.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
The Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Packers punter. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Dorsett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, block. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Block working out of the gun. On the crossing route, complete. It's George. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The Broncos.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A handoff as they run the counter play. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here comes Grant on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Von Miller just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's George. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. This is Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The ball carrier.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Locke to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a first down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down, Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Over the middle, complete. That's George. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is locked. That is caught at the 7. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Locke going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Smoke. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Ready.
Now this time Locke will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
By Von Miller.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Packer.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and a yard at the Broncos' 18-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
13 yards.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
2 yards.
That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for two.
Mike, check, 59.
They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He was brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was brought down.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now to the air. Lock. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Play action. Now it's Locke. And right side, Henry's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The tackle made.
That screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Aaron Jones.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And he's got it to make it 27-13.
Makes the score Packers 27. Broncos 13.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. But I think the Broncos have it. They do. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Working with his 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. The left side completion to Jones. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Locke working out of the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's the option. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty.